So here's something we haven't told you yet.
For the last 2 months, we have been in Mexico.
So here's what happened.
We came here because I had a scholarship that required me to come back to my home country for a few months. And now that we're here, we're realizing that there are some things we miss about living in Germany.
Don't get us wrong, we're having an amazing time here. But I think it's inevitable to miss your home country when you're far away.
So we thought this was a great opportunity to talk about the things we love about Germany. Look at that transition.
Great transition, babe.
You know, guys, sometimes you get caught up in all of the things that you don't have and you stop appreciating the things that you have in your life. And that happens to us all the time because we realize that when we're in Germany, we're constantly thinking about the things we miss about Mexico.
Or the US, Buffalo Wild Wings, Cheesecake Factory.
Taquis Fuego.
Taquis Fuego too.
And
yeah.
suddenly, now that we're in Mexico, we're just thinking about everything we miss about Germany.
So now we wanted to make this video to remind us the next time we go to Germany that we love those things about Germany and we should not pay attention to the negative things.
We should be grateful. So keep in mind that I'm Mexican and my perception comes from this side of the pond.
Yeah, so basically there are a couple of things that are not normal for you.
Yes. And maybe for other people that's the most normal thing ever.
So the first point, and it's hard to believe because I never really talk about the German food, but it's the German food.
The last week he has always been, I want German food. And I'm like, when he's in Germany, he's always crying because he wants Mexican food.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
I was about to say the same thing.
So what I mean with German food is not really the original German food like sauerkraut and...
I like Weisswurst.
Oh my... I'm talking about German bread.
So good, dude. Oh, zweimal Brötchen bitte.
They have hundreds of different types of bread and also healthy bread.
Vollkorn.
For example,
It's so boring.
Vollkorn bread.
It's so boring,
with
I don't like
seeds.
it. But you know what else I miss?
What?
I miss Döner.
People are not sure if Döner comes from Turkey or from Germany, but right now, apparently that's what I read, there are more Döner places in Berlin than in Istanbul.
Really?
Yeah, because in Berlin, literally I was living in Berlin and there's one street and you can find 5 Döner places in the same street.
Oh, delicious. Dude, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I actually feel like having it right now so bad. It was so spicy and nice and amazing. So good. Mit alles bitte. The next one is a dumb one.
Okay.
That I love about Germany. I just love Germany because they speak German. Such a dumb thing. And it was super nice to hear Janik speaking German, to be honest. Like, I find it super charming.
Did you feel like I'm an exotic?
Oh my god. But I really miss it, dude. You never want to speak German with me.
I do.
And, no, every single time
Yesterday
I
we spoke
Let
German.
me talk. Every single time I say, Entschuldigung, Schnuckelchen, können wir bitte heute auf Deutsch sprechen? And Janik
And I say,
sag mal,
na klar, mein Schnuckel, yeah.
Sag's er nicht. Janik says immer, ja, kannst du machen. Ich nicht. And I'm just like, dude, I need some Germans that help me improve.
What's that? Oh my god.
I just feel cool when I speak German, so I miss it.
Yeah, well then call my mom. Talk to her. Next one. Another great thing about Germany is that you can drink the water from the tap.
Oh, I love that.
It's amazing to stand up in the middle of the night and not having to go downstairs.
We're so lazy.
Just go
dude.
into the bathroom, fill up your glass.
I mean, at the beginning I was super cautious because I've heard so many things about tap water and I didn't like the way it tasted either. But at the end I was so lazy that I was just like, yeah, tap water, whatever.
And also it's amazing that you don't have to go to the supermarket every time you run out of water.
And you don't have to waste plastic or whatever it is, glass and stuff.
Yeah, it's nice.
I know this sounds a bit weird for a lot of you, but in Mexico I'm so used to just driving in my car. And in Germany, to be honest, there's so many people in the streets walking. I see it all the time and I just enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, you know what's weird? Since I was a child, my parents always asked me and my sister, do you want to go for a walk with us? And we were always like, no man,
Super annoying.
walking sucks. We don't want to walk. And now we're old. And now we're like, let's go for a walk. Whenever we walk in Germany, we look at the houses. That's what we like to do.
Oh, we love to do that together, yes. We are criticizing everybody's house.
Or we say, oh, that's a house that we want to have later.
We just like to dream about our future house one day.
One other thing that I love about Germany is the landscapes. Especially the ones in Bavaria, close to the Alps.
There was nothing like going to a lake and you could see in the background of the lake the beautiful Alps full of snow, but it was still warm enough for you to get in the water. Oh, it was heaven.
So if you go to the lakes, you can rent different types of boats. For example, tretboot.
It's like a bicycle slash boat.
Yeah,
it's so exhausting.
Yeah. Super exhausting, and I made her do all the work.
Yeah, all the time.
Or paddle boat with a pedal. Or an electric boat.
Where you don't have to do anything. It's perfect for us.
And that's what we took. And then you can just go into the middle of the lake, crystal clear water all around you, the mountains in the background, and you just jump right into it.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Where are we in Mexico?
The next thing that we love about Germany is that it's very, very clean.
With the exception of Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin is like dirty.
No, it's super cool. I love Berlin. But man, I feel like Germans always follow the rules, which is annoying sometimes, but sometimes it's cool. There was a teacher at university that used to tell me, every German is like a private police officer on their own. Because when you do something wrong, many times they will call you out.
That could also be a little bit annoying. Because you just think, mind your own business, bro. But
they get angry and they could tell you.
I get so angry at people just throwing their trash outside to the ground.
With the following one, I have like a love-hate relationship, right? And to explain it, I have to compare it a little bit with Mexico. I'm sorry about it. I hate that in Germany, there is always constructions happening in the highway, in the streets. But then I realized when I go to Mexico how crappy our roads are. There's so many holes on the ground.
Yes.
And it seems like the government doesn't give a about it. And then I wonder, maybe
what is better?
Maybe it's a good thing that there's always constructions because they keep their roads flawless.
Another thing when it comes to streets, I like that there are lines on the floor. That's just what I love. Done. So the people actually know where they have to drive.
Yeah, every time he's in Mexico, he's always saying,
they're just driving however they want.
Beginner. Beginner. You just have to drive wherever there's a little space. If your car fits, drive there.
Great. We would have crashed 3 times already if I wouldn't have said, watch out.
Not true.
Yes.
That's so not true.
Of course it's true, you know it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's so difficult to get a license in Germany to drive. But now that I come here and I see all of the cars that almost crash me because they don't know what the hell they're doing, I'm like, maybe we should make it harder for people to get a license, dude.
Since we're talking about streets, I also love the transportation system in Germany. You can easily take a bus, you can take a train, you can take a metro, you can get anywhere, however you want.
That's fake news, 100%, dude. When we were in Germany, you were always complaining about the stupid S-Bahn that only comes every 20 minutes.
Yeah, it also sucks at the same time.
You said you love it.
And it says the train is coming in 1 minute, and then 5 minutes later it says, Entschuldigung, the next train is cancelled.
And then you have to wait another hour there. It happened to me several times.
Yeah, it also sucks. But at least it exists. The next thing we love about Germany is the recycling. So first of all, you can recycle paper, you can recycle glass, then you have the bottles that you can buy at the supermarket, plastic or glass, that you can give back to the supermarket, and for that you get up to 25 cents.
Yes, also the cans. It's super nice. When I first went there and I saw those weird robot machines in the in the supermarket, I thought it was such a genius idea because you actually see huge lines of people wanting to recycle their shit. Oh, I never thought I was gonna say all of this, ever. In Germany, there's a lot of rules, a lot, and they can be a pain in the butthole. But I have to say, I love some of them because they actually make sense. And because people follow them, and it just feels like you're a better human being. An example, in Germany, like in Mexico, you shouldn't drive when you're drinking. However, a lot of Mexicans decide to not care about that rule and they do it. It's part of the culture. I used to do it too. And when I went to Germany, all of my friends were like, you are what's wrong with the world.
First of all, I told you, you're not gonna drink and drive.
And I thought, oh, the German. Now I totally get it. And now I'm pissed at people that drive and drink because it's the stupidest thing you can do in your life.
And there's also a rule that you cannot be loud after 10 p.m.
No, I respectfully disagree still. I don't like that. I hate that rule. I hate it.
Okay, the funny thing is, the other day here in Mexico, there was a huge party outside and it was already 1 a.m. And the next morning, Joss was complaining about it.
No, I said, who do they think they are?
Yes.
But you know why?
You were Germanized.
No, I was not Germanized. I was concerned for Janik. because I want Janik to have a good time in Mexico. And Janik, I swear!
Sure!
I swear. And Janik wakes up with the smallest little thing. So I was concerned about you. That's why I mentioned it the next day.
Thank you. And now let's get to the last point, which allowed us to be together in Germany.
I'm so thankful for this. Thank you, Germany. Dankeschön, Leute. That the university in Germany is free.
Sadly, I didn't take advantage of it because I was studying at a private university and I had to pay a lot of money. The problem is that my topic that I studied is mostly offered in private universities. But for the normal stuff like sustainable resource management, of course you can find it in public.
For the normal stuff. Yeah, I love that the university in Germany is super free.
Super free, wow.
I had to pay some stuff, but it was, I don't know what, Bavaria.
Administration fees or whatever, I don't know what it is.
But it's super cheap.
It's like 180 euros for 6 months, which is really not much. And the semester ticket is included, so you can take all the trains, all the buses in your city.
If you want to know more about this, check out my channel because I made a video about it and we're gonna leave it here at the end. So those were all of the things that we have for you today. Future Joss and Janik.
Remember the good things.
Yeah, and let us know if you want us to make a video about Mexico and what we love about Mexico. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe to our channel if you're not already.
I will see you next week.
Adios muchachos.
Cheers.